Blind spots, also known as unconscious biases, are mental shortcuts that help us manage the millions of pieces of information our brains receive every day. We can have blind spots in every aspect of our culture: how we do or don't do things, how we eat, what we eat, how we greet and connect with others. Blind spots make us less aware of our own biases and lead us to believe that we are less susceptible to biases than others. This tendency to underestimate our own biases is due to three major causes. Naive realism. We believe our perspective is entirely objective, and when others deny it, we tend to become defensive because we perceive the world in that way, so we believe other perspectives must be incorrect. The introspection illusion. This is the illusion that we have control over our own thoughts and feelings. When evaluating our own preferences, motives, and actions, we overvalue mental contents at the expense of behavioral ones, but not when evaluating those of others. Self-enhancement bias. To feel better about ourselves, we have a tendency to engage in self-enhancement and ignore our biases. Self-enhancement causes us to take all the credit for our successes, but blame others or external factors for our failures. Let's look at the different types of blind spots we frequently encounter in order to better understand ourselves and identify our own unconscious biases. Affinity bias occurs when you like or feel you have something in common with people who have similar interests, beliefs, or backgrounds to you. The perfect example is first impressions. Perception bias. When we meet certain groups, we form stereotypes and assumptions that make it difficult to make objective judgments about individual members of those groups. Halo or horns bias. When we see a good or bad characteristic in someone, we assume that everything else in that person is also good or bad. For example, attractive people are thought to be smarter, whereas obese people are thought to be lazy. Confirmation bias. When a person interprets a situation based on their prior beliefs. The slanted cognitive perspective, also known as a Meisside bias, ignores information that contradicts their opinion. Each new piece of evidence confirms what the person already believes, reinforcing personal biases and stereotypes. Have you ever called or texted someone and not received a response? Most people would assume the recipient is busy, but people with low self-esteem use confirmation bias to decide that the person must dislike them. They already thought this beforehand, and the lack of response simply confirms this preconceived idea. Gender bias is the tendency to give one gender preferential or different treatment over another. Did you know? One example of unconscious gender bias is the fact that men interrupt 33% more frequently when speaking with women than when speaking with men. Overall, to avoid the bias blind spot, you should learn about it, accept that you're susceptible to it, actively consider whether you're experiencing it, ensure that you apply the same standards to yourself as you do to others. The bias blind spot can have a significant impact on people, including you, in a variety of domains, so it's important to recognize it. You are already one step closer to avoiding this bias from influencing your decisions by simply watching this video. Well done!